Hey, Mama, and welcome back to For Moms, a Safe Space. I'm your host, Simone, and I'm so glad you're here. Last time on For Moms, a Safe Space, we talked about what it means to parent while healing from your own childhood. We explored how our past shows up in our parenting, why it's so important to work on healing while our kids are still young, and how to let go of the guilt that keeps us from growing. It was all about breaking cycles and building something new for our children, even as we're still figuring it out ourselves. But today's episode is really special to me because I am not alone. I have my son here with me, and we're going to sit down and have a real conversation about our relationship and what motherhood has been like from both of our perspectives, and just talk. So let's get started. First off, I am so excited that my son wanted to even do this episode with me. He came to me about it when I was asking him his opinion on what my next episode should be. And he said, Mom, I want to be on an episode. So I'm going to allow him to introduce himself and then we'll go from there.
Hi, I am her son, Mason, and I did request this, and I'm super excited to be on the podcast. And, yeah, that's it for me. Let's get started.
I wanted to do this episode because so often we as moms are the ones telling the story of motherhood. But I thought it would be really special to flip it and hear from my son's perspective. Our kids experience us in ways we don't even realize. And sometimes their memories of us are completely different than the ones we hold on to. So starting with childhood, you're a preteen now. You're going to the 7th grade. Think about when you were younger, right? What is like one of your favorite memories of us when you were little?
Probably, Legoland Discovery Center, like one of my first times going to that place, because it was a surprise and it actually introduced me to Legos and why I want to be an architect now, and it was really, really fun, even though it was just like a little center in the mall, but it was really fun. And another one I could think of might be American Dream, the water park. That was very fun, and we actually stayed at like a hotel over there, so that just made things better. Ooh, but the Olive Garden there is so nasty, but I actually like that.
Okay. So Legoland Discovery, you were like 4. Mm-hmm. You were like 4 when I took you there. 4. Yeah, and I think it was for your birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was like Halloween or something like that. Because everyone had costumes.
No, Halloween was a completely different time. So you don't remember the first time I took you there then, because you were 4 the first time I took you to Legoland. So your memory starts at like 7.
Oh.
Yeah, you're about 7. That's so interesting. That's so interesting.
Wait, what?
That you don't remember 4, but you remember 7, and you feel like 7 was the first time and it wasn't. I like that. American Dream, that was a good time. That was a good time. It took a lot of effort putting on that surprise for you, because that was for your birthday as well. And it took a lot of effort putting that together, to find the hotel, to get like all the logistics together. That Olive Garden was definitely terrible. Like my stomach was killing me afterwards. And I think like that's the last time we've ever been to an Olive Garden too. I don't think we've ever been back ever since.
So nasty.
Yeah.
Like Maggiano's better.
Maggiano's is top tier. Definitely. So, do you remember a time you feel like I really showed up for you as a mom?
Like every single year, you would just come up for like school events or like prepare me or like let me participate. I actually really like that you're not one of those parents who doesn't know and just don't care what the kids do. You actually like know and help me participate and stuff like that.
Okay. I like that. I think for me, becoming a parent, a lot of times, like your me, mom, and papa, they didn't show up to the school. You know, when I was in elementary school, I was involved in quite a few things. I played the violin, I was on the choir, I played the recorder, and they never showed up to the school. And I understand, like, parents have to work. I get it. But I told myself, like, when I become a parent, whatever my child is in, I'm going to be there. If I have to take off work, if I have to call out of work, whatever the case may be, I will be there. And starting in kindergarten, you were in a musical. I forget what song you guys sung.
I forgot it.
I forget the song you guys sung, but I was there. And I've been showing up ever since. Now, yes, I did miss, I believe, 2 things since you started school.
Well,
I believe it was 2 things.
You missed my poem in 5th grade, but I don't really care because we lost anyways and they weren't even doing anything. Mm-hmm. And then you missed my 6th grade music concert, but I wasn't really a fan of that.
Okay. I mean, from kindergarten to 6th grade to only miss 2 things, I think that's pretty major right there. Mm-hmm. That's pretty major. But I did say, like, I would always show up to anything and allow you to participate in any and all school activities as long as it's within my power. Because, again, I know how it feels to have to sit out and not be able to participate in, you know, school parties or go on field trips and don't have any cash on you. And, you know, you're watching everyone else buy things out of the gift shop and you're just walking around looking in the gift shop. So because I know that feeling from being a child, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so for anything that the school has going on for you to be able to participate in. You know, when you came to me and said you guys are going to a Phillies game, the first thing I said to you, do you need a Philly shirt? And you said...
Well, that's because they said that they will prepare, like, give us Philly shirts. I didn't know it was going to be the school's logo and a white T-shirt. Yeah, next time I go to a Phillies game, I'm bringing my own jersey. I'm not getting anything from that school. They're just cheap.
The project you had to do, I think in 5th grade, where we had to make the diorama. Is that what?
I think the Mayans.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The Mayans. Me and your dad went all out for that. Like, it turned into our project.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't win or something like that, because Miss Page knew y'all did it. I was supposed to do it, but y'all all y'all needed to do was just glue the stuff down. I could have did the rest, but no, it was this, and that, and it was all done.
We took over. It was a decent project.
It was nice.
You should have won. So what if we did it? You should have won.
I don't care. The person who won had like this little box. It wasn't even, and then it was like, yes, it was creative, but it wasn't really like special. It was just this.
But it was because they did it themselves. Yeah, that's all it boiled down to. I mean, I get it, but he should have won because we did our thing on that daggone diorama. So, if you could describe me as a mom in one word, what would it be?
I don't know. Amazing. I don't really know any other words. But I know my words, but like I don't know any other like single words. So I'm gonna have to say amazing, nice, caring, stuff like that.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good word.
Mm-hmm. I can't really think of like other words. It's kind of like hard. So I just have to stick with amazing.
I feel you. I think that makes me feel good as a mom to hear you say, like, you think I'm amazing. Because, you know, as parents, we always question ourselves, question whether we're doing things the right way, question whether our kids are happy, whether we could do better. So for you to say amazing, that makes me feel really good. It really does. So motherhood, it isn't always pretty, right? And sometimes as moms, we shy away from asking our kids the hard questions. And it's because we're scared of the answer. But I think that there's value in hearing their truth, even if it stings a little. Being able to have an open door policy with your kids and having a level of honesty helps to build a real connection between the two of you. And that real connection can come from both the good and the hard parts. So, let me ask you, what is something about me as a mom that drives you crazy?
You just think bad of yourself every time. Like, you tell me that you look fat, or you probably don't smell good, or you don't dress right. Oh, is Makai okay? Did I do something wrong? Are you okay? Am I doing a good job? I'm like, please, you are doing fine. Like, nothing is wrong with you. There are worse people out there, and you're far from any of them. So that's one thing that makes me insane, because you just talk bad of yourself way too many times. I don't like that.
I can respect that. I think that I am my worst critic. And one thing that I feel a lot of moms can agree with is the way we view ourselves is completely different from the way our children view us, our partners view us, our family views us. You guys may see us one way. Like you say, I say, oh, I feel fat, right? Because when I look in the mirror, that's what I see about myself, because that's my perspective on myself, right? But you have a completely different perspective. So when you look at me, you don't see that. You can't see what I see. You understand? So yeah, I can understand why that would drive you crazy, that I down myself quite often, but I'm my worst critic. Mm. And it's definitely something that I'm working through constantly. You know, constantly, I am enough. I am doing a good job. I am a good mom. It's something I have to keep telling myself. And as you get older, you'll start to see and understand what I'm saying.
I kind of see it now, because I told my friends I look super skinny, because last year I found out how much I weigh, and I didn't really feel confident about that. But then, like, a whole year has passed, and I talked to one of my friends I'm still friends with today, and I asked him, do I look like skinny and stuff like that? And he told me, you don't look like me, because he's skinny too. But I gained some weight, so now I kind of understand what she means by like fat or being skinny, because sometimes I don't like that I'm this skinny. But to be honest, it's not like I'm overweight, so kind of happy about that.
If I'm being honest, when I was your age, I was probably like the same size. So, and your dad was small too. So it's like, it's genetics. It's genetics.
That's why I'm so sure.
It's genetics, but you're just entering into 7th grade. Like you haven't gone through your growth spurt yet, so you'll be okay. You're gonna grow a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Have there been moments where you feel like I was too hard on you, or maybe too soft on you?
Not a specific moment, but probably too soft. Like, not too soft, but like, it could be soft.
my parenting is soft.
For me specifically, Makai, you are driven towards the hard side because he's very bad.
He's not very bad.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He be squeezing my cheeks and be slapping me to wake up. He is not no angel child.
He's 2.5, and he's learning and exploring every day. He doesn't necessarily make him bad, but I do have to be harder on him because he is learning. He is learning, and kids at that age test their parents to see how far they can go before they get in trouble. So I cannot gentle parent him. I do have to be a traditional parent with him. As far as you're concerned, I probably am soft on you. And I think it comes from the style of kid that you are, right? So you don't give me a hard time. You help out a lot. You do a lot around the house. You help out with your brother a lot. So it doesn't make me feel like I need to be hard on you. Mm-hmm. And even when I have to discipline you, I hate doing that. Right? I hate doing it. Like when you broke your TV. Right? I thought you were playing. I thought it was a joke because you came onto the hallway and you were like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I look at the TV and it looks like the video on YouTube. And I laughed, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this isn't real. And then you were like, no, it is. And what did I do?
You walked away and then you didn't ask, but I just assumed that you wanted my devices, so I just gave it all back. When I gave it all back, I just gave it to you, all of it to you. So that included my Switch, which was the main priority, and I've got that taken like this whole like summer, but then I finally got it back. And guys, if you guys have like a rage problem like with just video games and stuff like that, what you should do is just put your controller down, find your most saved TikToks, and laugh at them. That's what I do.
I think in that moment, if I had have disciplined you, I would have hurt you. And it's off the strength that there are a whole bunch of other things that are on my mind, right? My mind is constantly going. I'm constantly thinking, I have to do this, I have to do that. Don't forget this, don't forget that. And I'm forgetting things, and then I'm remembering them, and then forgetting things, I'm remembering them. And then there's just such a buildup in my head of everything that I have going on. And then you come to me and tell me you broke a TV. And not only was it like just a TV, it was a TV that me, mom, and pop had got for me when I was in high school. So I've had that TV for years. I've had that TV. Good TV. Nothing was wrong with it. Worked perfectly fine. And it had sentimental value to me, obviously. And so it wasn't just about, okay, he broke a TV. It was the TV, where it came from, what it meant to me. And I feel like in that moment, like, I was very upset, but I had to do a soft approach to my discipline and just take your electronics. And that was all I could do. Because if I did anything else, it would have been bad, right? So, yeah, I am a little soft on you. I do say all the time when it comes to Makai and him getting into things, I can't gentle parent him. Like, I have to be traditional with him. But I can gentle parent. But if need be, I can switch it up. Mm-hmm. Can definitely switch it up. So, what do you think is the hardest part about being my kid?
Well, I don't know, because it's actually kind of easy being both of y'all kid. Both of you guys' kid. Because it's like, I don't like do like crazy stuff. Like the most crazy thing I can remember doing is breaking a TV. I do have like my little ups and down moments, but it's like overall it's nothing hard to be a kid. Just it's nothing hard, to be honest. I don't really think there's anything hard about being a kid.
That's good. That's good to hear.
I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
I have sniffles this morning.
So, every parent has their own style. And mine, I feel, has always been a mix. Like I said, traditional with the little one, gentle with the older one. Traditional comes with rules and expectations, right? And then gentle comes with the space for emotion and conversations. You have to wonder what your kids feel about your parenting. I know that, again, that's something I ask myself quite often. Like, how does my kids feel? Like, do they feel that I'm a good mix? Or will they grow up and I get old and they just throw me into a nursing home and never come see me again? Or will they hire someone to care for me and come and see me all the time because I was such a great mother to them? That's something that I really think about, because I see, people who are around my age or people who are older, whose parents are getting older, parents are getting sick, and they, not to say that they don't care, but they don't care. And it's because of how they were treated as kids. So you can think how your kids feel about your parenting, but it's another thing to actually ask them. So, again, my parenting is a mix. I set rules, I expect respect, but I also try and listen and be gentle. So how do you feel about that?
I think it's fine. I don't really see anything wrong with that. Your mix is I like the mix. It's not like you're overly too soft, like you're overly too hard. It's like a perfectly balanced. And I like the rules, and you do set respect. I mean, you do expect respect, and I like that you listen to both of us. Even though Kai's only 2, you still listen to him and his needs and wants and stuff like that. So I do like that mix.
Okay. So as far as, setting rules, right? I think that the rules that I have set for you are very simple. I don't ask anything crazy of you whatsoever. And the rules that I have, I think, are helping to mold you into the adult that you will be someday. So, I have the expectation of taking the trash out, emptying the dishwasher, doing your own laundry, cleaning your room, and then the extra things here and there, helping out with straightening up the living room or straightening up your brother's room. And a lot of the times it is a team effort. So we're doing this together. I'm tackling one thing, you're tackling another. Mm-hmm. And I know that some kids may view it as, oh, your mom makes you do all chores and so on and so forth, but my mom does my laundry for me and et cetera, et cetera. But you have to think of it like this. When it's time to go away to college, is your mom going to come to your dorm room and do your laundry for you?
No.
Is your mom going to come to your dorm room and clean up everything and change your bedding and do all those sorts of things?
No. That's why you're supposed to do chores, because it just molds you into being a better adult and a healthier and cleaner adult. Because if you don't do your chores, that just goes to show that you're gonna grow up being nasty. Not necessarily nasty, but you're not gonna take good care of everything.
Yeah. It's important for kids to have those styles of chores because, again, one day they're going to be an adult. And I know that moms who have girls, try to emphasize cooking and cleaning because one day they'll have a husband, they'll be married. But it's important to understand that both parties should be able to do basic things. Women should not get married just to take care of a man and take care of children too. It should be a partnership. So, for our household, I hate laundry. I can't stand doing laundry. And that has been since I was Mason's age. I hate laundry. So what happens? Mark does the laundry because I can't stand it. And it's because he was taught how to do such. Men who are raised to know how to take care of themselves sometimes make the best husbands because they can help you out. And so my sons, I'm raising them to eventually be someone's husband. And I want to know that whomever my daughter-in-law is in the future feels good about the man, my son, that she married, and the fact that he knows how to take care of himself and help out with basic things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you said you like that I listen. In what regards?
Like you listen to if I need to tell you about something like important and like it's a serious matter. Like you listen about stuff like that. You don't be like, like you're very locked in about such.
Okay, so serious matters, you feel that I'm more locked in. And so I get what you're saying there, because when you talk to me about like Stranger Things,
I don't even talk about that
for like 3 weeks.
It's just because the teaser trailer was coming out. There's nothing important.
Burned me out with Stranger Things.
There's nothing important about it now because the teaser trailer is out. I already know what's happening. I don't care until November 6th because that's Stranger Things Day.
So in October, you'll start back your shenanigans about Stranger Things.
It depends. If a new trailer comes out, then maybe. But I doubt it because it's looking very dry in September. And it was dry in August. So
okay,
I doubt it.
Do you think I'm stricter than other moms or more laid back?
More laid back. You're not like strict because even my friend told me, like he asked me questions about you and then I said, well, no, and then he was like, your mom is so chill and less strict than my mom. So I really like, I kind of like to hear that because that means that you're doing good, but then that means that like he doesn't like that his mom is strict, but he does say that he loves his mom.
So, growing up, I feel that me mom was very strict on me. And again, it's just something I said to myself, when I become a parent, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be a more laid back parent. I'm going to be more chill, more understanding, and just try to not be a friend to my child because your children are not your friends. Let's put that out there. There has to be a boundary. There has to be a line. And your kids cannot cross that line thinking that, oh, well, mom's so cool, I can do this, I can do that. Absolutely not. However, I said that I would be the style of parent that my child can talk to me about anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if they think I'm going to be upset or whatever the case may be. I always say, if you don't talk to me, how can I help you if you need help? So I told myself, when I become a parent, I'm going to be the parent that my kids can come and talk to. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Not that Mean Girls.
I'm just saying. Hey, your friend said it. Your friend said I'm cool. I'm a cool mom. I'm a cool mom. So thinking back to the TV, right? You broke the TV. I had to hold you accountable for it. Me and your dad had to hold you accountable for it. Do you feel like what we did was fair?
Yes, and it actually taught me more stuff. You got rid of my electronics. I feel like that was very fair. And then he taught me how to mow grass, and that has actually been a much needed help in these recent days. Even though grass is going to be a little bit low, it still helped me throughout the summer to learn how to mow, meaning I could probably mow next summer. So I feel like those both punishments were definitely fair.
You were punished by mowing the grass.
Until it just became a regular thing.
Until it's a regular thing. Well, see, now you know how to mow grass.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many 12-year-olds can say they know how to mow grass.
Yeah, well, the kids who do mow grass in the neighborhood ride their electric scooters down the hill, and it's electric, and they always end up broken. So, not doing that.
Okay. See, that's another trait that you have now as a young person, knowing how to mow grass. So now when you get older, say you just need to do a little side hustle in the summer just to make some money. There you go. You know how to mow grass. So in hindsight, your punishment helped you.
That's what I mean.
That's really good. I didn't even think of it in that way. Like, I just thought, like, oh, yeah, his dad's going to make him mow the grass because that's a punishment. I wouldn't want to mow grass. And now it's actually a life skill that you have going forward. So that's really good. So what is something about our relationship that makes you feel safe to be yourself?
Because you make it like a safe space for me to talk to you about, like, stuff. Not shady things or Cobra Kai, just like very serious stuff that I feel like that needs to be let out.
Okay. That's good. That makes me feel good to hear that you definitely feel safe to come and talk to me. Because I always want that from my sons. I always want you guys to feel like, okay, I'm in trouble. I need to talk to mom. I need to talk to dad, and know that, you know, we're going to listen to you, and we're going to make sure that, you know, we figure things out together. That's really good. I like that. So a lot of times I wonder if the things that I'm teaching you, are you actually listening? Are you taking it all in? And are you truly valuing what I'm saying to you? Because I know when I was younger and all the different talks I would have with Pop, like, it may not have seemed like I was listening because I was a kid, but I was listening a lot. And I think the talks that I had with Pop, you know, really helped me. Now, I think about him all the time. I think about all the different things that he taught me, you know, the things he said to me, like, oh, when I'm dead and gone, you know, this, and that. And, you know, Pop taught me how to drive. And I'm an excellent driver because of that, right? Excellent driver because of that. But sometimes when I'm driving, especially if I'm on the highway, I think back to him saying, you know, everyone's in the left lane, the fast lane, trying to go fast. And I'm over in the slow lane going 80, passing everybody in the left lane. And I do that all the time. So what's something you've learned from me that you think you'll carry forever?
I don't know. They just told me so much. So there's like nothing I can like personally think of, because it may seem like I'm not listening, but like you said, I do take it all in, like especially when I'm not like feeling my greatest, like all my anxiety like rolls into my head and stuff like that, and I think about like everything. So then this is important stuff that you do teach me. I do take it to mind. I just can't think of specifically what right now.
Okay. I'll take that. If you could give me one piece of advice as your mom, what would it be?
stop. Like, just stop. What was the question? I forgot.
If you could give me a piece of advice as your mom, what would it be?
I don't, you're doing fine. Don't stress yourself. You're doing just fine taking care of me and Makai, and just appreciate yourself, love yourself, don't stress yourself, and stop saying you look fat all the time. That's one major thing.
Well, thank you for that advice.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I can't with this kid. Okay, so we've talked about the past and the present. So I want to end this on the future. Because as much as motherhood is about where we've been, it's also about where we're going. And this part is about hope, excitement, and imagining the kind of memories we will still get to create together. So, what's something you're excited for us to do in the future?
I don't know. There's nothing exciting about the future. It's gonna be a boring adult.
No, you're not.
With no future. I'm just joking. And maybe just I can't visit you, not like in a nursing home, but like you know how you and me won't be like, hey, y'all don't really hang out, but when y'all like. When y'all do hang out, I'm gonna like do that. Like, I don't know what that means. Just like hang out and stuff like that. Like, not saying like put you in a nursing home and take you out and like just go out. I mean like just hang out and stuff like that, or like college, like packing for college. I'm not really excited. I'm excited to do that, but I'm gonna be very like upset to do it at the same time. But I'm gonna be excited for us to do that, like help me pack for college. But like after college and hang out.
Okay. You said a lot, but you said nothing. You couldn't get your thoughts together.
Yeah.
Packing for college, that is very exciting. That's very exciting. And I know some of my peers whose kids are going off to college, which is just the craziest thing to me because we were just graduating high school and all going off to college. And now some of them have kids that's going off to college, right? And the thought of it is so nerve-wracking. It's scary. But at the same time, it's amazing because you've raised this child all these years and now they're going off to college. And you're dropping them off. And honestly, like I'm excited for that. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I don't want that. Because it's like, okay, if you're going off to college, that means your brother's going to be 8 years old. And he's not going to be like little anymore.
He's going to just be on his phone, talking to his friends.
Just doing his own little thing.
Playing Roblox.
Just doing his own little thing. But I think that's exciting, though. I do. Do you think that our relationship will change as you get older?
I have given a lot of thought into that. I think it will during my teenage years. Like, I might drift off a little bit. Well, I am drifting off now, but I might drift off. But then I feel like when I'm, like, older and, like, you're a little bit older, we're probably going to start, like, the OG relationship again.
Okay. I definitely see a little bit of a change. You know, when you were younger, you were really up under me, like how Kai is. And now you're a little bit more distant. Like, you still come and talk to me. You still come and hang out with me. But you do have your moments where you're like, oh, I just want to chill in my room. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I'm still like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Is there anything you want to talk about? But I think that's good. So So, did you like doing this?
Yeah, yes. I like doing this. I like pod. I'm not gonna say I like pod. I do like your podcast, but I don't listen to podcasts in general because they takes forever. But this one, I like doing this episode.
Okay.
That was really good.
Okay. All right. So, listeners, I have some reflection questions that I want you guys to really think about. Sit with it, write it down, put it in your notes, put it in a journal, and reflect on it. So the first one. What's one question you'd love to ask your child about your relationship? How do you think your kids would describe your parenting style? And what's one memory you hope your children will always hold on to? Sit with those questions and think about them. And think about sitting down and having an honest conversation with your kids to know where their heads are, to know how they're feeling. Because it's very important to stay in tune with your child. Because the more in tune you are, the more likely you will notice any changes in them. I also have an affirmation for today. My relationship with my child is always growing. Every conversation is a chance to connect, to learn, and to love in a deeper way. So, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Yes, I actually enjoyed this. I know I don't sound enthusiastic right now because I'm very tired and I might go back to taking a nap. But I did like this, and I hope to do this again in the future. Like, maybe bring Makai into it and have us all talk. But I really like this, and yeah, bye.
I love that we got to do this together. And I hope it inspires you to sit down with your own kids and have these conversations. Until next time, remember, you're not alone in this. We're all figuring it out together.